I would like to call next speaker from the academia side, Professor S.K. Chadha ji, who's with University Business School and as an honorary director for Central Placement also.
Thank you. I think the Honorable Minister and Honorable Mr. Zora Singh, I think thank God there is only one professor sitting on the dais. तो किसी से पूछा भी प्रोफेसर अच्छा कि मदर अच्छी होती है, वो कहते भी प्रोफेसर अच्छा है. जब मदर लोरी सुनाती तो मैं ही सोता था, जब प्रोफेसर बोलता तो सारे सो जाते. So I think it's a very serious issue. I think the bridging gaps, I being the placement director of Punjab University, what I'm finding is that there are a lot of challenges which are being faced by the economy today. I personally believe that the biggest challenge is the leadership. I think the biggest challenge, the other challenge which we are facing is our own social structure. And the third challenge is that how to deal with the people. That I found that what is happening is the companies are looking for the people who are team skills, but we are not having any relationships. That's the biggest challenge. And the fourth is a lot of global financial crises are there, health issues are there, climatic changes are there. But the biggest challenge is that we are having the maximum number of youth. 49% we are having the youth in the world. Youngest, country to have the youngest population. But we are not having, it's a jobless growth. I personally believe that we are not training the students according to the industry standards. I here find out that there are 3 E's which are very, very important. The first thing is education. Education is we have to ask ourselves whether whatever we are teaching to the students, whether it's relevant or not, the first thing. Whatever we are teaching, whether it matches the industry or not. What Mr. Iqbal has said that whether it matches the industry, it's a big concern. There is no interaction with the industry. Whether whatever we are teaching, what changes are taking place in the industry, whether we are grooming the student according to that. The second thing is whether whatever we are teaching, whether it's original. What I personally found is that in our education system, I find that we only make the student to grasp the issues, understand the issues. But we don't tell the student how to apply the knowledge, how to apply those things. The biggest thing is that we have to now today in this environment, what is important is that the original, that we have to make the students creative. They have to be innovative. What we are not having any original, we are not trying to challenge our students. I still remember that when I was in the UBS, and my teacher used to cover 70% syllabus, and they used to say in the class that what is not covered in the class will be covered in the examination. That used to challenge us. In the sense how it used to challenge us, we used to run to the libraries, try to find out what are the important questions, and we used to do that. Now what is happening, I go to the various colleges, everything is on the desk, that students are given the PPTs, everything is their comfort zone. No originality. At that time, there is no challenge among the youngsters. What Sir has said that there is no commitment, but I think we should challenge our youngsters. That's the second thing. And the third thing is impact. That whether it's going to make the impact in the real sense. So what I personally feel that education has to there has to be more and more interaction with the industry. That's very, very important. I think even the syllabi should be framed according to the industry. That is what type of the syllabi, what type of courses are there, what type of things are changing in the environment. So that is the first thing. The first thing is that education. The second thing is employability. What we are really concerned about, what they are doing is about the knowledge, behavior, skills. Very important, attitude. I think these are very, very important. I think today the main thing is that the students are forgetting the basics. I interact with so many people from the HR or industry, they always want that the basics should be there. But where the gap is, the basics are not there. The students are only doing the latest thing, but they are forgetting all about what? They are all forgetting about the basics. So I think the knowledge in that case, the basics have to be cleared about the youth. And the second thing is the behavioral is the attitude, which is very, very important. They should be street smart, they should be initiative, enthusiasm, drive, resilience. That is very important. I sometimes feel that as a teacher, my role is not to only inform the students. I personally feel my role is to motivate my youngsters. But what my teachers are doing, most of the time they are going to the classes, they are only informing the students, they are trying to influence themselves that we are good teachers. But what is happening is we are not trying to motivate the students. I think how we can expect any initiative from the youngsters till the teachers don't motivate what? They don't motivate the youngsters. So I think that type of thing, and the skills which are looking for teamwork, problem solving, interpersonal, oral communication, listening, career development. So I think these are the employability skills which are very, very important. Sometimes what I personally believe that in my course curriculum, I found that the students are working from 8 to 6. We try to give the maximum to the students. Now you just let me know that from 8 to 6 the students are working, then how they are going to promote what? How they are going to promote the skills. All the syllabi are so much of quantity is there that we are trying to have what? We have to do that at least from 8 to 3, like that the syllabus should be there, 9 to 3, and then the sufficient time should be given for the students for what? For developing the skills. And the third thing is employment. I think employment is very, very important. I think today what is important is, in what I find when I'm talking about in Gujarat and all that, we are not finding, I'm really Punjabi from the core of my heart, what I'm finding, we are not creating entrepreneurs. The need of the hour is that we should not only look for the industry, we should try to what? We should try to create more and more entrepreneurs. Why not? We should try to have what? The employment opportunity should be created by the youngsters. We should try to create a space for them that they should become what? They should become more independent. Sometimes they say that there is a lot of risk involved. I think everywhere the risk is involved. Sometimes I talk to my wife, even then there is a risk nowadays. So I think everywhere the risk is there. So what I'm just trying to tell you that we have to what? We have to challenge them. So what I personally feel, the Swanda concept Guru Amar Das ji has shuru kita, I just want to tell you, growth. Give is having very, very important thing. G for growth means we have to grow our students. Knowledge, skills, attitude, everything. The second thing is I means innovation. It's very, very important. Let there be some innovation in the syllabi, let there should some innovation, let the creativity skills of the student should be developed. That's very, very important. The third V means value systems. I think the value systems are going down. So what is important? We have to what? We have to upgrade our value systems. I think that education is not only for what? It's not only for getting the jobs. They have to serve the society also. That's very, very important. And E means that you have to what? You have to, when I'm talking about the E, that is, you have to go for expansion, knowledge sharing. Relationships are missing. That's very, very important. You have to go for the knowledge sharing. Teamwork is very, very important. And S means skill upgradation. So I think what is important in these, what's the era, that is the gifts, which is the Daswant, we have to give back to the students because they are the future of this country, the future generations. And I think that a lot of time have already been wasted. We had been talking about a skill development, but we are not finding the students skilled enough to what? Match the industry. So I think this give is very, very important. Let us grow the students. Let us have some innovative spirit. Let us try to value system. Let us go for the expansion of the knowledge, and that's going to what the skill upgradation. So I think I'm really I really congratulate Mr. Agarwal and Mr. Rohit for having such a bridging gaps. This is very, very important. I think this will help the industry and it will help the students in the forthcoming. Thank you very much.